The problem with the US dollar is you have to spend it. You know, it wears out in your savings account. So you're sitting there, you know, they're printing it, and then they're dropping, you know, the inversion of the yield curve, they're dropping the interest rates on it. So you've got to spend it. And the reason so many people are getting hammered financially is psychically they know if they don't spend it, just like they said about Firestone tires, it's the only tire that wears out in your truck. So you save money and the Fed's printing it. You know, when the value of the dollar goes down, the supply goes up. What's wrong with that picture? That's why at Rich Dad we say savers are losers. They're saving. You know, our whole family saves money. They save stocks. They say, I said, why are you guys doing that? They're printing it. Why is the dollar dying? Again, let me go to this here. These are the 5 M's that Grunch, Gross Universal Cash Flows, which I read in 1983, talked about how they control the world. Grunch, Gross Universal Cash Flows. So one is the mind, which is our education system, money, financials, military, which I went to military school, media, fake news, and medicine, vaccines. So anyway, I'm pretty good on the money side. So why is the dollar dying? Well, because the dollar is fake. It doesn't exist. It's only a figment of your imagination. So you think it's a dollar bill or whatever it is, it's not. That's why there's no financial education in school. You know, what does school teach about money except to work for it and to save it, and pay taxes? And that's the key. You see, money doesn't exist because all it really is, and I won't show you my number, but this here is a credit card. And I was warned not to put my credit card on screen because somebody will zoom in on it. You know, so anyway, there's no money in here. This is credit. And credit means nothing. It just says you have the opportunity to create debt. So there's credit and there's debt, and the next magical word is tax. So if you understand that it's credit, debt, and taxes, that's what makes up money. So it's called fiat currency. And the reason I call it fake money is fiat currency is government money. It's made and printed by your government. So it could be America, it could be Japan, it could be Europe, it could be Mexico. It's just made up. It doesn't exist. It's an IOU. So it'd be like me saying, hey, here's an IOU from me. I owe you this money. And you say, oh, thank you. Then you run off and you give this, and the money expands. Because you hand this IOU around, that's the system. It expands and expands and expands. The problem is not in the banking system, it's in the shadow banking system. The shadow banking system is the real system. And in September 2019, or almost 6 months ago, whatever, the shadow banking system went broke. So the Fed now had to bail out the shadow banks. So the reason I said the dollar is dying is because in 2008, the Fed had to print $4.5 trillion to save the 2008 crisis. Because there's no money there. It's all IOUs. It's like your brother-in-law owing you money, but you promise it to your buddy down the street, and your buddy down the street wants the money, so you call your brother-in-law, he ain't got any money. Other thing that happened was I started buying silver at 64, that's how old I am. But when I saw the little copper tinge around the dimes and quarters, I went, what is this? And that's Gresham's Law. But Gresham's Law says people aren't stupid. They know fake money. And so I'm a little kid, at 17 years old, looking at it, what is this copper on this dime, on the quarter, and a $half? I'm going, and Gresham's Law says we intuitively know. That's why I call gold and silver God's money and Bitcoin people's money. Mm-hmm. You know, we manage it. So anyway, I'd go to the bank, I used to caddy, and I would take my dollars and I'd buy a roll of dimes or something, and I'd go through all the dimes. Anything with copper on it went back to the bank, and I held the dimes. And pretty soon I had this huge bag of dimes, quarters, and $half. And then I went to school in New York in '65,
and my mother spent it. She didn't get Gresham's Law. And the problem, this is why I'm saying I love Bitcoin, because those coins are heavy.
Before we continue, help us by smashing that YouTube like button and subscribe now to this channel. This shows the algorithm that you value the information, and it helps us spread this message. Sharing is caring. Please like and subscribe now. Thank you. And now, let's continue.
So I remember that, and I said, oh, I thought I was rich though, So I go home, I go to school in New York, I go to Vietnam, I buy my first gold in Hong Kong because it was illegal for Americans to buy gold, which I thought was interesting. Why is it illegal? So I come home, I think I'm rich, I got this bag of silver coins. And my mother didn't get Gresham's Law. She spent it.
That's why the dollar is dying. Because the purchasing power of the dollar goes down the more they print. And some people say this started in 1971, and that's true. In the modern system, it started in 1971. But for the dawn of time, for thousands of years, governments have printed money. That's what the Romans did back in 1,000 years ago. They got a coin made out of silver, and they would shave the edge of it, and so the coin got smaller. When they realized the coin was getting smaller, they took the silver and they put base metal. That's why it's called debasing. They put nickel and whatever they put inside that thing. So that's why when you hold up your US currency, it's got that copper edge to it. That's debased money. The US did the same thing back in 1964. So it's the way government and bank and the financial system, or grunge as we call it, or Bucky called them, they keep messing with us via our money.
But another way of saying it, when there's deflation, but they're afraid of a depression, deflation that means your dollar buys more. So it's good for the saver. Depression or deflation is good for the saver. But that's why these guys keep jacking it up.
The rich don't work for money. And also said savers are losers. That's like when I tell people I don't save money, they go, oh, are you crazy? Are you crazy? You should save money. Save money. Well, it's not money, it's fake. Fake money. Huh? And we can only have fake money if we have fake teachers. My poor dad knew nothing about money, but he was telling me to work hard for it. But my rich dad said, the harder you work for money, the more tax you're going to pay. See, that's the system. Money can only come into existence as long as you and I pay tax. So fake money is money you pay taxes with. You cannot pay your taxes with a duck or a chicken or Bitcoin or gold. You have to pay your taxes with fake money. That's the system. So that's why lesson number one in Rich Dad Poor Dad is don't work for money. Instead, what I do is I use my own assets. I make up my own money. The government or Wall Street sells you fake assets. They're called 401ks. They're called stocks, bonds, mutual funds. They just make them up. So if they can do that, why can't you? When money comes in, I don't save that money, I just buy gold and silver. See, real money is gold and silver because it's God's money. Bitcoin is people's money. It's open source system. And the reason I recommend Bitcoin is because it gets me out of grunge. So I don't have to go to the Fed, and Bitcoin just bypasses all those guys. And every time the Fed prints more money, which they're doing today, gold and silver generally get more valuable because there's more dollars and there's less gold and silver. So there's God's money, gold and silver, and people's money, Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain, and all that. They bypass the system. So I'm not saying one is right or wrong. You can save the dollar, you can save pesos, you can save euro. It's up to you. But as long as the government is going to print possibly $6 to $8 trillion, maybe 10 trillion in the next 10 years, why would you save it?
What to do in such a situation? Inform yourself and keep your financial education strong. We from the Compact Group offer our loyal subscribers a free educational portal with first-hand monetary, financial, and economic knowledge. Enter our invite-only Insider Club by clicking the link below. You will get access to first-class information far earlier than the rest. We have prepared a special deal for all our members where you can access a giant pool of Robert Kiyosaki's financial wisdom for just $1. To find out more, simply click the link below and join our Insider Club absolutely free. But there is more you can and should do. Build up several streams of income. More and more people realize that they have to take their future in their own hands, but they don't know how and where to start. We from Compact offer our Insider Club members unique opportunities. Strengthen your financial muscle and get the edge. Click the link below. Become part of our free Insider Club. No financial obligations. But there's one important thing you have to know. You have to become active. So do it now. Become active and see you on the other side.